When you shoot a big animal like an elk, you end up with a lot of burger. And it's Taco Tuesday, and we're gonna kick things up a notch. We're gonna make a taco braid. Now the first thing we wanna do is we wanna make the salsa. So I'm gonna combine 1 tomato, half a chopped onion, 1 very large jalapeno, and 1 tablespoon fresh cilantro. Mix all that up together. And I'm gonna set this aside. And while TJ's cooking the taco meat, I'm gonna get started on the dough.
So I've started the Camp Chef pellet grill here, and I've got it set at 375 degrees. So we're gonna let it heat up. In the meantime, I'm gonna start cooking the taco meat. So what I wanna do, I'm just gonna add just a big dollop of bacon fat here. And bacon makes everything better, doesn't it? So just get that to melt. And I've got half a cup of onions here. I'm just gonna add that in. We're just gonna cook those until they get translucent. And then we're gonna add our elk burger in. And we already grind 10% pork fat into our burger when we grind it. So there is a little bit of moisture in there, but just a little bit of bacon fat in there just makes it better. So we just wanna brown this nicely. Okay, we've got that nice and brown. So what we're gonna do now is add the taco seasoning, and we're just gonna cheat a little bit today. We've got some commercial taco seasoning here. So I put a 1/4 cup in here of the seasoning and then filled that up to the 1 cup mark with water. Put that in. Now I'm gonna just turn this down, and I'm just gonna let that simmer off until there's just a tiny bit of moisture left.
So the next step is getting the pizza dough ready. What I like to do is have everything at my fingertips. So I've got a cookie sheet and I've got the parchment paper, which is the most important part of this whole thing. If you don't use this, your taco braid will stick. We want to roll out this dough. We're using Pillsbury pizza crust, just makes things simpler. We want to get this to measure 10 by 15 inches. So I'm just going to roll this out. Okay, so now we want to take our pizza cutter, and what we're going to do is we're going to slice 1.5 inch strips about 3 inches in. And we're going to do that on both sides. Okay, now the taco meat has cooled a little bit, so we're going to place that right down the center. Okay. Now we're going to take, this is about 3/4 of a cup of shredded cheese, and I'm just going to liberally put this over top. Now we're going to take that salsa we made earlier, and we're just going to place some on top now. So what we want to do is we want to fold this part over first. And we're going to take the first 2 slices and fold it over so that it holds that first fold in place. And then we're going to just keep folding all the way down. So now we're at the last stage. We want to make sure that there is 1 slice left. What we're going to do is do the same as when we started. We want to fold that over, and then fold these ones over here. Now what we want to do, take our butter and just brush the top and the sides. And then we're going to take a little bit more cheese and just sprinkle it over top. Very carefully transfer this to our cookie sheet. And now what we're going to do is put this in the pellet grill, cook it for 20 to 25 minutes. And there's one thing about the pellet grill, it adds a whole other level of flavor that you can never get in a stove. Wow, doesn't that look amazing? Oh, that's like perfect. Wow, doesn't that look amazing? And you can top it off with whatever you like on it. We've got green chilies, salsa, lettuce, our extra salsa that we put on the inside, and a little bit of sour cream. And then dig in.